Well, since there's probably going to be a horrible zombie apocalypse soon, I thought I'd review one of the greatest zombie movies of all time by one of the greatest movie directors of horror ever made of all time, George Romero. One of my favorite parts of this movie is when the old man's like, "You stronger than us, but soon they be stronger than you." And he was right. Like, oh my god, give that guy a freaking Oscar. One of the coolest effects in the movie is when this dude gets his freaking head zombied off or helicoptered off, and I was like, oh! And like, yeah, that was pretty heavy. Zombie kids? Dude, I bet this movie was freaking blowing people's minds when they first saw it. Like, heads exploding, zombie children, like freaking just tension, consumerism, capitalism, all that. There's really not that many zombies. They honestly could just run around with like an axe or a baseball bat with a steak knife tied to it and just go and just take all the zombies out. Or maybe like take all the zombies and put them somewhere like in a big like in the desert, or I don't know. They could have handled it better than they did. They just sort of like, oh, I'm too scared to do anything. I'm like, dude, there's only like five of them there. Like, you have a gun. Like, come on. They could also put on like layers of clothes. I don't know why they're running around like so undetected. Like, I mean, like I would put on like 10 layers of jeans. So if you bit me, you'd only get denim. Like, I'm like, oh, like good luck chewing on that. Like, they would just be gnawing on the denim. I'm like, you're fine. Like, you know, it's like, hey, maybe they freaking just like eat boiled denim. The music in this movie will slowly drive you insane because it's so like, it's like fake cheery, but it's also like classical, but it's also kind of 70s. Like you'd see it on an old 70s infomercial if you stayed up super late at like 4 o'clock in the morning when you're supposed to go to bed, and you hear this crazy music, you're like, I need to go to bed. They have all these big ass guns, but they keep losing them, and like freaking just like oh, the zombie grabbed the gun, I better leave it. Like, it's like, dude, you better grab that goddamn gun back. Like, what are you doing? Nobody looks where they're going. There's 2 instances where somebody runs, actually there's like 3 instances where somebody runs right into a zombie without even freaking looking. And I'm like, it's like it happens in the boiler room. He's like, oh man. Then it happens again with Roger. Like, Roger is like struggling with the zombie, and they're like, oh man, like, oh god, what are we gonna do? Like, we can't take this one zombie, and there was 3 of us here. So he pulls out a screwdriver and he like sticks in his ear, and like the blood like comes out. Like, the colors of this movie are so cool. It's like some Suspiria stuff where like the colors are like fluorescent red, or like, damn, that blood looks delicious. I mean, not. The TVs are down, and the radio says we're all gonna freaking die. So it's like, as long as it's like, if the TV's out, like, you're just like, you know, shit's not good. Like, leave your TV on, and as soon as stuff happens to the TV, like, just board up your doors and don't come out until the TV comes back on. Ooh, Francine's pregnant, and they're all like, what do we do about it? Like, well, you wanna abort it? Like, what can we do? And like, the chick's like, you guys can involve me on these conversations. You can't just like talk about me behind my back, Steven and Peter and Roger. She slaps all 3 of their faces like one by one, like blah, blah, blah. And they're all like, you're right, we're sorry. We'll make you part of the plans. We're gonna teach you how to shoot, but you gotta learn how to shoot. She's like, all right, I'm cool. I'm like, all right, sweet. They show society breaking down outside, and zombies just eating the frick out of everybody. Like, there's a million zombies coming out of the woodwork, going down I-95 to get to the mall. Like, they eat their jeans. The doctors on TV are freaking out, talking about, why don't we just eat the zombies before they eat us? Like, no, we can't do that. Like, well, why don't we drop bombs on all the major cities, and that'll kill everybody? And I'm like, dude, we can't do that either. And he's like, I don't know what to tell you then. And it's like society, dude. And then it's like, they're just all fighting. Like, they're on TV just fist fighting and broken bottles and using them as knives and just like stabbing at each other. And like, dude, that's on TV. They're like, don't even cut it. Like, show this on TV. And they're like, finally there's something to watch. They get all these big ass semi-Mac trucks like Optimus Prime, and instead of running over all the zombies like Grand Theft Auto 5, they just sort of avoid the zombies. Like, let's block the door and slowly evade them, even though we could just shoot them or, you know, hit their legs with axes so they can't walk, so they have to crawl like in Resident Evil 2. But no, they just sort of like, oh, I'm just gonna gingerly avoid you. And I'm like, damn it, guys, this isn't gonna work out well, is it? I'm like, no. Roger gets too cocky, man. It's like, what is up with all these cocky ass dudes? Like, I'm fine. And like, he's not, for one thing, he's only wearing 1 layer of clothes. Like I said, you need to wear at least 5 layers of clothes if you're gonna go outside, if there's zombies there. And then he like leaves his leg hanging out the damn door. Like, oh, I'm such a car hot wire, I can do this shit in 2 seconds, and I leave my toesies hanging out. And of course, his ass gets bit. Like, not his little ass, but close enough because it's his leg. And they're all like, oh! And it's like, god damn it, where's the rest of the team at? Of course, they weren't watching his back. Like, we got this dude in the car, like, yelling orders at everybody. Like, if this dude doesn't shut the fuck up, like, god damn. So, like, you know, he's been bit. And, like, they get him in the car, and they're like, oh, man, I dropped my bag. And they're like, dude, really? Roger gets bit twice, dude. Wow. Nice teamwork, you guys. You guys all suck. For a bunch of trained military peoples, you guys really got your asses kicked by some unarmed, slow-moving people that bite you. You know what I mean? Like you could hit somebody in the freaking tooth in the face with a wrench and they wouldn't have any teeth, and you'd be like, oh, problem solved. Smooth move, X-Lax. He's like, oh, I got bit. Like, god damn it, I bit. I'm like, you bit, dude. Like, now you need to chop your whole arm off and most of the leg now. He's like, no, I want to be fine, dude. You still need me. And like, they're like, oh, this sucks. Like, ugh. So yeah, that's what it's like. Just don't get bit by a zombie. Like, run away from them. Don't leave your leg hanging out. They have all these guns and ammo. They could just be on the roof just capping people like, grab, 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 grab. Just spend a day doing that. You take your bat with a steak knife tied to it and your pistol and just go handle business. But no, there's a bunch of zombies all over the place. They never go after them. I'm like, you guys suck at this shit. If that was me, I could have been there by myself and I would have got all the zombies out of there. Because like, you know, the apocalypse, you do this. The apocalypse, I do that. How about that? Finally, they get somewhat of their shit together and they steal a car and they in the mall, which is one of my dreams, and they're whipping it around the mall and they kill a bunch of zombies and they're like, we got a lot of them good. Like, we killed a bunch of them, we feel pretty secure now. This is cool. Like, alright, now we can chill. Even though this guy's turning into a zombie, now we have our shit together for now. Roger is slowly turning into a zombie and it's freaking everybody out and they're all really, really sad. They're giving him lots of morphine and like letting him watch his favorite shows, but he just keeps saying stuff to everybody and it's like freaking unnerving everybody. And they're like, we whooped him, right? We whooped him. He's like, yeah, we whooped him. And we whooped him good. And he's like, we got him. He's like, stop talking to me. And he's like, I want some butt. And I'm like, stop yelling about butt. And he's just like, oh man, he's turned into a zombie, dude. Like, we really need to handle this. I can't take it when we talked about butt like that. They stick all the zombies in the refrigerator with all the meat and just like, we're just gonna stack up all these zombie bodies. There's gonna be 10 million freaking zombies in this little ass room and we're just gonna shut the door, but please never open it because I'm sure that room would probably fucking stink like ass if you open that door. Just like a black cloud of smoke would open it if you open that fridge with the dead zombies in it. Like, no. So like grab the meat and bring that out. They kind of enjoy living in the mall, living it up, like having all the assets of the mall in their face. And like it's cool and like, but the music of the mall is so damn unnerving that it's probably driving everybody insane. And like I mean, yeah, that music would probably drive everybody nuts. That's probably why they do all the dumb stuff they do. They're like, you know what, I'm kind of sick of this, so let me just sabotage this stuff in my own way, because they're all doing dumb stuff. Like, you know, it's like you'd think having everything you want would make you happy, but no, you know.
When there's no more room in hell, the dead will walk the earth.
It's like, yeah, it's real. I like the look on his face when he says that. He's almost like, he's like happy about it. It's like, hell yeah. We're so close. We're so close to that apocalypse shit. Like, that's us. Like, we're the viewer. Like, no more room in hell. As like everything's on fire, you know. Sorry. One of the saddest parts of the movie is like, when freaking Roger's like, I don't want to come back as one of those things and be walking around. So like when I die, like I need you to do it for me. Like, will you do it? And he's like, I'll do it for you, brother. I'll do it. So let me tell you something, bros. Any of my bros, if you were turning into a zombie and you were like, Garrett, I need you to fucking shoot me when I turn, I'd be like, sure, pal. But I wouldn't do it. I would take your zombie body and like lock you in like a store somewhere, and then when they cured the zombie apocalypse, I'd come back for you with that antidote, and I'd be like, blah, blah. And like we'd be like, hell yeah, and we'd be Millie rocking all over that freaking mall. Like I would never shoot any of my boys if I knew they were turning up. Like, you're fine. I'm just gonna leave you over here and just make sure you don't get fucking evaporated. It'll be fine, dude. Like, I'm not shooting you. Don't ask me. So, but he shoots his friend like it's no big deal, and it's super sad. So, I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do. They give him a nice they give him a nice pure funeral, and they're pouring out liquor and stuff, and it's super sad. You know, like Flyboy and Fran want to get married, or Flyboy wants to marry Fran, but she's like, no, I don't want to do that. Like, it's like, what's the point of that? Like, I don't need no man, tell me what to do. Like, that's what that's all about. And like, you know, super sad, pouring out a little bit of liquor for his homie. It's just like, what are we gonna do? He's just like, well, you know, let's live in the mall some more. You can tell they're not having good sex because her hair's not all messed up. It's like, if your hair looks like that after sex, he must not have been doing something right. They probably didn't even have sex. They're probably just laying there naked. Like, I'm like, have they not started yet? Because I know they ain't finished. They stay there for a couple of months, and like, Fran is completely pregnant, and like, you know, like the zombie things, all the broadcast TV stuff is stopped for days, and they're super depressed. And they're like, oh my God, this life is driving me insane. We need to leave now. So they're like, all right, let me show you how to fly the plane or the helicopter, boo, since you want to leave so bad, and like, we haven't been killed yet, we have everything we need, like, why do you want to go out there? What's out there? But, you can't please anybody. So she's flying the helicopter, and these dudes are like looking at him on the binoculars, like, oh my god, they have a freaking helicopter. They're probably like living like kings in there. Let's go mess it up for them. Let's go wreck some shop. And they're like, god darn it. So they're calling them up on the headphones, just like, you guys got any food in there? And they don't want to answer. It's like, fine, we're coming to go mess everything up. And they're just like, oh man. So the next night, they bring all these dudes. They bring the whole bird gang with them. The whole clique is with them, like motorcycles. I'm cycling in. And they're like, we're gonna break into this. Blah, 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 blah. And it's like, dude, really? So like, like Peter and Steven are just like, we're gonna freaking raise some hell. Like, there's 2 of us, but there's a million of them. So instead of just staying here, we should go down there and mess with them. Tom Savini is the main villain in this movie. Hell freaking yeah, dude. Like, I love that dude. Like, he gets into some pretty cool stuff. Like, he hits somebody in the head with a machete. He's like on a motorcycle. He's running around. He's shooting people and stuff. And then like the flyboy dude is just like, I'm gonna shoot at him. And it becomes like a big thing, and like they're shooting back and forth, and just like it becomes a war for blood and oil in the mall. And like, it's like, oh, that sucks. So like, Tom Savini is like raising hell, and he shoots some stuff at Peter, and Peter shoots some stuff back at him, and Tom Savini falls off the thing, and he is dead. And like, well, you killed Tom Savini. Everything is going terribly, and they end up like quartering Flyboy in the damn elevator, and like, he's like, oh crap, this sucks, and he gets shot in the arm, and he's like, oh, that sucks. So like, it just gets worse and worse. He can't get out of the freaking elevator, and then like when he's about to, a bunch of zombies rush in. They're like, oh no, and it's like, oh crap, and like, it's just like, oh god, like, nice, dude, you guys should have just stayed in your little apartment and let them take all their stuff and go, and now you're shot and getting eaten up by zombies. So how about that? The bikers are getting eaten up by zombies, and you get to see the real looking organs. And I'm like, that's what I like about old school scary movies, is that it's not CGI crap. Like, if you can tell those organs are hardcore looking, really really well made organs, and not like just computers. Like, it wouldn't be the same if it was just computer. That sucks. They're super sad that Flyboy's not coming back, but then he does come back as a freaking zombie, and he is the most brutal looking zombie ever. Just like, oh man, and that walk. Look at that zombie strut. You can't teach that, dude. You really can't. Peter and Fran are super sad, and they're just like, oh man, we suck at defending our zombie thing. There was 4 of us. We had weapons, we had a helicopter, we had guns, we had everything we had, and now there's just 2 of us because we suck. We completely botched this operation, so let's just be sad and hug about it. And then like, Peter comes back up the steps like, oh crap, now I'm a zombie. No. Peter is like the leader of the zombie like freaking rebellion, and he's like, everyone follow me, and he like leads everybody to burst through this wall. Everyone's breaking down this wall, and he leads everybody right up the steps, and just like, oh crap, it's the final showdown. And they're like, no, Peter's a zombie, this sucks. Whatever, Steven's a zombie. I get the names mixed up. Those names are really basic ass names. Peter, Steven, Roger. Who the fuck? Like, who's who? Sorry. But anyway, one dude shoots the other dude, his head explodes. And like, he's like, oh, this is so sad. And all these zombies are coming up. And then like, freaking Peter's like, I don't want to do this anymore. I want to die. This sucks. Like, Fran, just get out of here. Like, you can go and fly off. And just fly off, dude. So it's just like, I'm just going to kill myself. And it's going to be just like the end of Night of the Living Dead, with the black guy who's obviously the hero gets fucked over, and he's just like, you know what, I don't think I want to do that. So instead he runs the freak out, and he kicks a bunch of zombie ass on the way out, and they get into the helicopter, and she's like, we don't have that much fuel left, and he's like, alright, let's go. And they fly off, and I'm like, I always wondered where the hell they could have flew off, because I'm like, where could they have gone? Like, there was nowhere to go. Like, I would have never left that goddamn mall. Like, if anybody approached that mall, I would have been on the roof with a sniper rifle, like, if I even saw anybody drive past the mall, I would have shot their asses. But that's just me. Like, I'm a genius. Like, I'm a legend in the flesh that's dressed to impress. And, the movie itself is a bold statement on just the 70s and how, like, George Romero's a genius. And I recommend everybody see it. It's kind of a classic. It's also kind of depressing too. It makes me sad. It makes me not want to have an apocalypse happen. But like, what can you do about it? Anyway, I'm Garrett Faber, and I had a really great time spending 7 weeks freaking working on this one review because I kept putting it off. I play video games, and I like, it's just the summer. But, I finished it, so there.